Welcome to English Through History. If you enjoyed the episode, please subscribe or leave us a review. It helps us to create more content and is appreciated by our small team here. The 688th Central Postal Directory Battalion, also known as the 6888, was a remarkable unit in the United States Army during World War II. Comprising of multi-ethnic members, but predominantly African-American women, the battalion played a crucial role in sorting and delivering mail to American service members stationed in Europe. Despite facing discrimination and challenges, the 688th made history as the only multi-ethnic, all-female battalion to serve overseas during World War II. Today's episode will explore the formation, the duties and issues facing this distinguished American unit. The 688th Postal Battalion was activated on May 15, 1945, under the command of Major Charity Adams. This groundbreaking unit was formed in response to the severe backlog of mail that had accumulated for American troops in the European theatre of operations. The backlog had become a critical issue, affecting morale and the overall well-being of the servicemen. At its core, the 688th was created to address the chaos and inefficiency within the military postal system. With the war effort reaching its peak, the sheer volume of mail being sent to and from the soldiers was overwhelming the existing infrastructure. The War Department recognized the need for a specialized unit to tackle this logistical challenge. The battalion's personnel were recruited from Women's Army Corps, the WAC, which were the women's branch of the U.S. Army. The 6888 was unique in that it was the only multi-ethnic, all-female battalion to be deployed overseas during World War II. The women who joined the battalion came from diverse backgrounds, representing a range of professions and skills. Many of the women in the 6888 had already broken barriers by joining the military, and their service in the battalion was another testament to their commitment and resilience in the face of discrimination. At a time when segregation was prevalent in the United States, the 6888 provided an opportunity for these women to demonstrate their capabilities and contribute to the war effort. After its formation, the 6888 underwent training at Fort Oglethorpe in Georgia. The women received instruction in military protocol, postal procedures, and other necessary skills for their upcoming mission. The training was intense and thorough, preparing the battalion for the challenges they would face in Europe. While the primary focus was on postal operations, the women of the 6888 also had to contend with the realities of being in a segregated military. They were determined to prove themselves not only in efficiently handling the mail, but also in challenging and prevailing prejudices and stereotypes about their capabilities. In February 1945, the 6888 was deployed to Birmingham, England, where they faced their first major task, clearing the backlog of mail at the Birmingham Army Post Office. The conditions were far from ideal, with a massive amount of mail accumulated in warehouses and makeshift facilities. The chaos and disorganization were a result of the high volume of mail, coupled with inefficient processing systems. Upon arrival, the women of the 6888 quickly assessed the situation and set to work. Their mission was not just about sorting and delivering mail, it was about restoring a sense of connection and morale amongst the troops who had been waiting for letters and packages from home. The 6888 faced numerous challenges in their mission. The sheer volume of mail, the lack of proper records, and the disorganized state of the postal facilities were daunting obstacles. However, the women of the battalion approached the task with determination, efficiency, and a sense of purpose. One of the major challenges was dealing with the mail was the inadequately addressed ones. Soldiers in the front lines often had limited access to proper addressing materials, leading to packages and letters arriving with incomplete or inaccurate information. The 6888 developed innovative methods to track down recipients, ensuring that as much mail as possible reached its intended destination. Despite the difficulties, the women of the 688 made significant progress. They worked around the clock, sorting through mountains of mail and implementing new systems to streamline the process. Their efforts were not only just about delivering letters, they were about delivering a sense of connection and comfort to the soldiers who had been anxiously waiting for news from home. The 688 successfully completed their mission in England, and by March 1946, the backlog of mail had been cleared. The battalion had not only accomplished a critical logistical task, but had also shattered stereotypes and defied expectations. The women returned to the United States, having made history as a pioneering unit that demonstrated the capabilities and professionalism of African American women in the military. At the time, there was little recognition as to what they had achieved. Their achievements were eventually recognized much later, and the 688 became a symbol of pride and inspiration. The success of the battalion highlighted the absurdity of segregation policies in the military and contributed to the eventual desegregation of the armed forces in 1948. The legacy of the 688 Postal Battalion extends beyond the war years. Their story is one of resilience, determination, and breaking down barriers. The women of the 688 played a vital role in challenging the racial and gender biases of their time, proving that they were just as capable and competent as their counterparts. In recent years, efforts have been made to ensure that the contributions of the 688 are properly recognized. In 2019, legislation was introduced to the U.S. Congress to award the Congressional Gold Medal to the members of the battalion in recognition of their service and accomplishments. The Congressional Gold Medal is one of the highest civilian awards in the United States and is reserved for individuals or groups who have made significant contributions to American history and culture. It was given out in person a few years later. The story of the 688 Postal Battalion is a testament to the strength of character and resilience displayed by these women in the face of adversity. Their service not only helped boost morale amongst the troops during a critical time, but also paved the way for future generations of women in the military, breaking down barriers and inspiring change. The 688 Postal Battalion holds a unique and important place in the history of World War II. The women who served in this groundbreaking unit not only achieved a critical mission in clearing the mail backlog, but also challenged societal norms and paved the way for increased diversity and inclusion in the US. The legacy of the 688 continues to inspire and remind us of the remarkable contributions of African American women during a pivotal moment in history.